Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you are all doing good. So, if you have not already caught on by the title of this video, today I am going to be ranking your favourite Arknights characters. I'm sure if you guys have been in my streams, you know mine already. In my recent account review stream, I asked you guys to list your favourite Arknights characters. I've taken a handful of them, and we are going to be tier listing them and ranking them from kind of best to just I'm good, I don't need them, we're good. So, there are several criteria we're going to be going from today. The things I'm going to be looking for with these characters is, number one, the design. Is the design good? Is the design unique? Is it based off some kind of creature I love? Is it based off an animal that I love? I don't know. Let's find out. Number two, is there any kind of associations I've made with this character? For example, are they currently in the story? Is there any music that they've had that I actually really like? Where are they in my brain? Do I like this character? Is this a character that I am interested in? Number three, kind of linking back to the other one, is this a character that I want to get in the future? And then number four, is this a character that I want to know the story about? So am I looking forward to them being in a chapter? Is the chapter that they're in one I already love or not? Number five, I think originality. You know, is the character interesting? Is the character original? Is the character something I've never seen in another game before? They're all quite important categories. So we're going to be, you know, giving some brutal, honest judgment today. And I am just going to give a little disclaimer. I am going to be brutally honest about how I feel about these characters. There's no holding back. We ain't holding nothing back today. I am going to be brutally honest. So please be aware. I'm not going to be like super mean, you know, like nothing like that. That's just not me as a person, but like I am going to be very honest if I don't like this character or if I just don't rate them, you know? Let's just, you know, it's tier listing. You've got to be brutal. You guys know my favorites, and I know some of you guys don't particularly rate my favorites, and that's fair enough. So yeah, everyone has their own personal preferences. I've got mine too. Let's dive straight into this. Okay, so the tier ranking list that I have made, we've got E for just no, not interested in this character, don't like the design, don't like them at all, don't like the story, get in the bin, delete from the game, I just hate this character. Not many fit in that, but could some today? D for debatable, but not the worst. So, you know, this character is not great. They're not like, no, I would want them deleted from the game, but there's definitely like, yes, they could be improved, or they're not very original. See, they could be better, but I like them. It's fine. Whatever, they're just there, and that's fine. B, bit of alright. They're a bit of alright. They're a cool character. I like them. Let's keep them round. Hope we see them again. A is just for A. You are awesome. I love this character. Yes, please. S is for the best of the best of the best. The best characters in the game. But then I've also created another rank, the elite rank, best characters in the game, hands down. And this one might shock a few people because there's some of my favourite characters that I wouldn't even put in this category. Just because I like the way a character looks doesn't mean I think they are one of the best characters in the game. Start with Palace. Palace character, I know they're based off a Manacore, and I do really like the design. I like the art style. The artist has done a few of the different characters, and it wasn't actually something that I really appreciated until I did my account reviews recently. One of the accounts, they had like built a lot of their like teams, and they'd actually built a team based on these characters, and I remember like seeing them all together, and I was like, oh my god, like I love the way the art looks. It looks gorgeous. Palace, I also know, has some music, and I actually do really like the song as well. It's very good. Palace is also a character that I would like to get to know more about in the future. They've not popped up currently in my game, and I don't currently have them, but I have seen their kind of fighting movesets, and I do really like them. And I've seen some of their skins, and they're really good as well. The only downside, I would say, for this character is I don't particularly understand the significance of the rose on their head. They've got, like, a single rose coming out of their head. I don't understand the significance of that, so I'm not sure if that's something that they, like, explain in the story of this character, and I hope it is, but I don't really understand the significance. So, to me, just looking at it without any other knowledge, it just feels a bit random, but I'm sure there is some kind of story significance to it being there. For me, I would say, until I know more about this character, I would probably put them in A rank. Like, I do rate this character. I think they're really cool. I think the design's really unique. I like them. They're pretty great. Manticore. Now, I do quite like the design for this character. I like the color scheme that's used. However, they're not usually the kind of type of character I would probably usually put in my teams or my sets. I have a bit more of a preference for the type of characters that I like, and I'm sure you guys kind of know that from my own teams and builds. I think also as well, I know they are meant to be based off a manticore, which is when you've got like the head of a human, the body of a lion, and a tail of a scorpion, and I don't really feel like it's as well incorporated into the design as it could be. There are a few operators like that where I think they've underused the animal assets that they are based off, and I think it is a shame because I think they potentially could have integrated it more into the design, and I do think they've maybe sacrificed it to make them look more like pretty or cutesy. And for me, like, I'm not about that life. I want a badass looking character that incorporates these aspects. Like, if you're gonna have a character based off a Manacore, base them off a Manacore. Like, to me, I didn't even really pick up on that until I obviously saw the name and then the fact they had a tail of a scorpion, and I looked up their E2R and it kind of was a bit more obvious there. But to me, I think it's a shame that you've kind of taken such a great mythological creature and not utilized the assets. But I think also that's just me, because that is just like what I would prefer them do, but hey ho. I think that with they're not really a character that has come up in any way for me, and there's no music that I'm aware that I've heard of that's been based on them, so they are just a character that's just kind of there. I have seen them in a few sets where people have used them for certain clears and stuff, and they are quite impressive in those clears, but they're not particularly a character that's on my radar. So I would probably put this character at C. Like, I think they're fine, and I do like the general design, but I think that they could be better, and I think that there are definitely improvements that could be done. Okay, next up, Rosmontis. Oh my god. This character is great. Yes, design-wise, she's not the most complex character, but I think because she's still quite young in the story, I don't think she kind of needs to be, and I think that where the interesting thing about this character comes is not only from her personality, but from her powers and the way that she uses them, but also the actual assets that she's been given in regards to, like, the weapons that she has and stuff are just so cool. Like, they've really not shied away from the brutality of this character at all, and the interactions between like her and the Doctor and her and Amia are like really sweet, and as well as like the other elite operators. So Ros is just such a great character. I want to see more. This is a character I want as well, and I don't know if I've heard music for Ros. I don't think I have, but I definitely would like to see more of this character. Like, they are just such a great character in this game. So for me, I'm gonna put them as S rank. Mudrock, one of my most used defenders in the game. 100%. Mudrock is an insanely great lane holding defender. The only thing about Mudrock that I think for some people is a positive, and for me, I wasn't particularly bothered about. Because I actually didn't realize that when they unveiled what Mudrock looked like, I was like, oh, okay. The design underneath wasn't anything to sing home about. Yeah, like she's a hot female character, but like that's it. I actually find her more interesting in the armor set that she wears. She's still an amazing character. I'm very excited to learn the story about this character, and the voice acting is done extraordinarily well. So this character is S rank. Reed. The thing I like about Reed's character is their design. I actually think it's really cool. I love the horns. I think that they look really great. The downside to Reed's character is, I think for me, even though I do like the voice acting, I just wish it was on a different character, especially in Reed Alter. It's very, very great voice acting. However, the thing that really lets this character down is the fact that they are from Ireland and they haven't given them an Irish accent. It is just such a shame that they didn't do that. And for me, I think that they put so much effort into a lot of the voice acting and trying to get it as accurate as possible and trying to have the representation from having a lot of different voice actors from around the world and representing the characters accurately. And I just really wish they'd done that with this character as well. How many gachas can you name that have a character with an Irish accent in? Probably not very many, if any. I mean, the character's fine. I have used them as a vanguard before. They're not the strongest. There are other characters I prefer to use, like Cantabile, or Courier, so obviously Myrtle. So they're not really a character that I use very much, but they are a character that I would like to know more about. So I would probably put them in C. Cruise. I mean, just from that saying alone, that saying is pretty meme-worthy. Just by itself. So this character is actually a pretty good sniper, and I quite like the design. I do quite like it. It's quite nice and easy. Cruise Alter is definitely better, and that is a character I'm actually currently building. But I think just for the fun of this character, and I just like when you have them in the party, it's just fun. I think they're quite a cool character. I think I do quite like them, so, and I have a bit of a soft spot, so I would probably put them in B. Milnar. Now, I'm gonna be fair. Milnar is one of my favorite characters in the game. 100%. He is a male character that is just so unbelievably designed. He just looks so dope. The voice acting for him, oh my god, it's so perfect. When they did that animation in Ambient Synthesia, I didn't think I was gonna recover. Like, how could you do this to me? You know, they have so few older male characters in gacha games. They all have to be like 20 years old, and they're all, you know, no, we need like more older male characters. It's just, they're like such a good archetype in games, and they just don't put them in anymore because they just don't think they appeal to people. They, you know, and it's just like, no, you're wrong. Put more of them in. Where are they? Hello? Like, I don't want like a 20-year-old character. I want a 40-year-old absolute Chad. Let's go. Give me these like hot older men. Where are they? Beards, you know? Withering Waves. Peak male character design. Have you seen the characters for that game? You haven't, and you love older male characters, go and have a look. You will be shook. I can guarantee it. Oh my god, it's unreal. So, he is such a good character in this game, you know? I will put right next to him Helga. More like, hella yes. More of that, please. So, for me, he is peak character design. I love his character. Storyline-wise, I don't know a lot. But he is one of the characters where I'm like, I need to know your history now. So, I am very excited for when I get to finally play through his story. He is absolutely... The only reason I am going to put him in this ranking is because I don't know his story, but I want to know it. He's going in S rank. I'm being very fair because he would be one of the best characters in the game, but I don't know him personality-wise or, you know, in the game that well. He could be an absolute douche lord. I don't know. But I'm excited to see the character journey in the arc, because Arknights are very good at writing their characters. Next up, we have Nightmare. Now, I'm pretty sure I've heard a song for this character. I'm very sure. And I do quite like the heterochromia. Apart from that, I don't really know this character at all. The design is fine. I wouldn't say it's anything particularly unique. They're not really on my radar as a character. So, just for that kind of reason, I would, and I think that there's nothing that I've seen about them, apart from the heterochromia, which I quite like, that really makes me want them as a character, or really makes them stand out. I would probably put them at D. It's actually probably going to be the same for the next one, Shave. Same again. They're not on my radar. They're just not a character that's really come up. I actually don't really like the art for this character, if I'm being honest. There's something about it to me that just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't do anything for me. I just don't like it. It's just not for me. And there's just not really much about the character that really stands out or makes me kind of like, yeah, I would love this character. So yeah, same again for that reason. I'm gonna put them, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put them in E. So yeah, that one might be a bit of a controversial one there. So yeah, but just for me, no, doesn't do anything for me. Next, Moo Moo. Now, I know this was one of the characters that everyone loved from Lone Trail. They are a very, very sweet character. Their music is really good. I actually love the animation for this character, and I think the design is actually really freaking nice. Like, very unique, really nice. All round, I think they've actually done a pretty great job with Moo Moo. And I actually think that a lot of people were, I don't know if they were, but I don't know if a lot of people were kind of expecting like Julia Heck to be more popular, but I actually think Moo Moo's more popular. I would probably put Moo Moo at A. Only because, same again, I don't know this character that well, but I want to know more about them. Skadi. Okay. Skadi is, and obviously, as a big fan of Undertides, I love that story. I'm very excited to play Salfair and Navis. The journey of Skadi through Undertides was so good. I just think the character designs are really just peak. They are all really interesting characters. Undertides in itself is just so interesting, and the music is just top tier. It's just such a perfect story. I have some gripes. I do have some gripes, and I do actually want to do a video not just about Undertides, but about storytelling and Arknights in general. It is something that I do want to do a video on soon, so I won't go into it in too much detail right now, because this is a tier list, but in regards to character design, the actual development of this character in her story, just... she's peak. She is peak. She's gonna go in S rank, because I think there is another character that I would put up there above her, but also I think Salfair and Navis is going to determine this as well, so this could change. Hoshiguma, I fucking love Hoshiguma. I love Hoshiguma. She's so fucking cool. Easily one of the hottest characters in the game. So fucking cool. Really well designed. I love her personality. I love her interactions with Shen. I think that she is just, like, in general, she's she's an Oni, for God's sake. Like, she's so cool. It's just dope. It's so freaking cool. And like the shield that she has is amazing. The skins this character has, just peak. Like, this character really just works for me. They are just, I love the green hair. The only downside is that I don't know if I've heard a song for this character. I feel like her and Shen have got one, I think, together. And I'm really looking forward to chapter 8 to see what happens with them and see where things go. But for me, Hoshiguma is a very well written character. I think I would put Hoshiguma up here. Love this character. Love this character. So fucking good. Just J. I feel like people are a bit mixed on Jay. I feel like I've seen in my chat people kind of been like, they don't know how they feel about Jay as a character. Jay is an interesting one. I think their design is pretty unique compared to the other characters in this game, which I really like. I think Jay's a character where they're not super on my radar, but I do also appreciate the character design. I like that they've tried to do something a little bit different. I would kind of want to know the story, but also if I didn't, I wouldn't be like super bothered. So I feel like Jay kind of belongs around here. Ebenholt, I cannot wait for Ebenholt's story. I am so excited to play that chapter. I fucking love this character's design. What the bits I've seen, I mean, to be fair, I'm excited for the whole Arturia and Candle Knight and I'm excited for all of it. All of that I'm excited for, but I also know that Ebenholtz has their own story. Just that whole area. All of it. Just yes, I cannot wait. But Ebenholtz, I really want to play their backstory. I want to know more. Their music is one of my favorite songs. The Stanchen, it is just phenomenal. So I just want to know the backstory so badly. I really want this character. They are absolutely on my radar. They're going in S rank, 100%. And also, I'm sorry, but that, like, I've seen them one shot. It's nuts. It is nuts. Mostomer. I'm not bothered about this character at all. This character just, no, doesn't do anything for me. Just honestly, I don't know if I feel a bit bad about that. But in all, like, I actually have this character. They're not built. They don't really do anything for me. I just don't really rate them. I don't think they're the worst design character, but they just do nothing for me. Calcit. I'm very torn on how I feel about Calcit. Do like Calcit's design. I think there's a lot about this character that I actually really want to know. But also, the character's personality in the Arknight story isn't my favorite. I don't like, not meaning to be a pun, but I don't like how catty they are towards certain characters. And I think that because the game isn't giving you the context to that, the character just comes across like a bit of an asshole sometimes, which I think is probably deliberate, and obviously it makes me want to know more. But when they're like being mean to characters I like, it's just kind of, I'm just sort of there like, can you just stop it for 5 minutes, or can you stop being so mysterious and just be honest? Do I want to play the Calcit backstory? 100%. Do I want that Calcit suit as a skin? Yes. Do I want this character? 100%. The monster thing is awesome, but personality wise, I just want to know why the character is the way they are, because I don't always like them as a person. I love them as a character, but I don't like them as a person. So this character is gonna go, I think, until I've played their story and I know more, I'm gonna put them in A rank, which I can already hear one of my mods screeching at me. I do also really like the music, Mutable, it's an amazing song, but until I've played Calcit's story and I know the reason why they are like the way that they are, I need to know more. Penance. Oh, Penance is the perfect example of peak character design. Penance is such a fucking well-designed character. I will stand behind this character 100%. The song for Penance is stunning. Really liked their character. They're the perfect example. And I'm not going to compare them to another game, but they are like what I imagined when you have a character that's a judge. I love the fact that they implemented in aspects of that into their battle form as well. This character has some of the best freaking skins in the game. They have one of the coolest, well-designed skins as well. Penance is peak character design, and I have absolutely no doubt if I'd finished the rest of the story, Il Syracusino, that I would have loved this character all the way to the end. They're gonna go in one of the best characters of the game. Love that character, really want them. Gummy. Gummy's an interesting one, because I feel like with Gummy, the design doesn't really do anything for me. I think it's cute, but I think there is this like creepy aspect to Gummy that I kind of like. I'm a big fan of horror. I'm a big fan of psychological horror, and Gummy absolutely feels like a character that should be in a psychological horror game. I feel like a lot of Ursus would belong there. It sounds horrifying, and I feel like there's this really creepy kind of twisted side to Gummy that I would really like to see more of, and see more of the history with Ursus and what happened. And obviously I know that a lot of it is going to be extraordinarily tragic and it's going to be circumstantial and stuff, but I don't know, there's just this like horror element to Gummy's character that I feel like is there. I'm probably completely off the mark, but to me, I don't know, I kind of want there to be this like twisted side to this character. I don't know why. I think I would kind of like this character more if there was. But in general, the design doesn't do too much. But I do want to know the history of this character. I am interested. So I'm probably gonna put them in C. Because until I know more, it's kind of hard to judge with that one. But I don't want to put them any higher because Lynn's an interesting one, because I actually really liked Lynn in the anniversary when they did the live stream. I thought the character was really cool. I really like the voice actress. Their actual powers are pretty dope. In the story, I haven't seen a great deal of Lynn, but what I have seen hasn't been particularly great. So I think this is going to be kind of a similar thing with Calcit's character of like, I really like their character design and I like what they can do, but personality-wise, they're probably not really my kind of character. And until I know more of the history, I can't really judge them too much on that. So I think that I'm going to put them at the same as Calcit, because I think until I know more, that's only fair. Dusk, I mean, all of the siblings are just peak character design. I freaking love dragons. You implement things with dragons into it for me to love, and I'm gonna be there. They're so good. And Dusk, I borrow this character all the fucking time to use. I actually love using their character. They're a lot of fun. I think their powers are amazing. I want this character. This is one of the ones I want. Haven't seen them in the story. Don't know about the personality. Don't know much about them. So I don't think I can put them as the best character in the game, but I think I can definitely put them as an S rank in regards to can't wait to see them in the story. Okay, next we have got Cement, aka That's Concrete, baby. I think this character is meant to be from Rim Billiton, and I think when I heard the voice line, it was the only downside was I kind of wish they'd had a kind of prominent Australian accent. I think it was a bit of a shame. I think kind of same with like Reed, where I wish that they had kind of incorporated it in more. However, I will say for this character design, I do actually quite like it. I haven't got to use them as a character yet, but in general, I think the fact that they managed to make the saying a bit meme-worthy, they do seem like quite a fun character, and I do like the voice acting, and I like the fact they implemented in that saying, but yeah, I just do kind of wish they'd kind of gone for a bit more of a kind of prominent Australian accent. I think I'm going to put them in C rank. Cantabile. Oh, Cantabile has one of the prettiest skins in this game, which I love. They are a character that I like using. They are quite a good part of my team when I use them, and I do quite like them for that. In regards to story, they're not really on my radar for like wanting to know much more. Like, I'm not like, yes, I need to know more about this character. I'm just kind of like, yeah, like I like using them in my team, but they're sort of in the background, and I'm not really like that bothered about using them. So I think for that reason, I'm probably going to put them in. No, I do really like the character design though. It's very pretty. Texas. Oh, I'm about to upset someone with this one. I'm just going to say right now, I'm going to talk about Texas. I'm not talking about Texas Alter. They are two different things. And because the story of Il Syracusino was super interesting, I have really liked Texas's story, and I like their character in the game. However, their base character design, to me, is a bit basic. I don't really rate it. They changed that with Texas Alter. They absolutely took that character, and oh my god, Texas Alter is such a fucking incredible design. I love everything about that. So good. The base character, though, I just don't really rate them. Like, I like them in the story, but their actual character design, oh, with the exception of one of the skins with like the red top, that one's really nice. But without those skins, like, I just don't super rate them. They, you know, it's nothing super unique. Texas, like I said, Texas Alter changed that. But yeah, Texas just, no. But they also don't belong in D rank because I do really like their character in the story. So I'm going to put them at C. Nerl. I love this character. She really reminds me of the sort of, I don't want to say like all American hero because I know the character is not American, but you know, like that kind of Captain America kind of character where, you know, they are like she's a heroine, she leads her teams efficiently, she saves the day. I fucking love this character. She's so good. She's so good. It doesn't matter where I see her. It doesn't matter if she's in animation, if she's in the story. If Nerl pops up, I'm happy. I'm filled with happiness. I'm filled with joy. Nerl is such a great character in this game. She's just so good. We do also have, to be honest, and I will move it, we do also have Nerl the Radiant Knight on this list as well. So I'm going to kind of judge these two sort of one after the other. And I think it's only fair, if I'm being honest, because I have used Nerl a lot, is I would say I'm going to put Nerl... Oh, that's difficult because... No, I'm going to put Nerl at A because I do love Nerl, but Nerl the Radiant Knight's design is so good. So I think that's only fair. So I'm going to put Nerl the Radiant Knight at S rank and Nerl at A because I really like Nerl, but Nerl the Radiant Knight is a slightly better design. But yeah, but I kind of feel like she belongs higher than that. Nerl is such a good character. No, that's right. Yeah, no, we're gonna move it. No, Nerl the Radiant Knight's going in best character in the game because Nerl is just such a good character. Ugh, just love her character. And then, yeah, I think that's right. I think that's only fair. Okay, so next up, we have Mizuki. Mizuki's character design is so good. Nami did an amazing job with this character design. I really like it. I really, really like it. I think it's great. I love the fact that it incorporates in a jellyfish. Jellyfish are one of my favorite animals. And I just love how, like, overpowered this character is supposed to be. Because jellyfish are actually really, like, scary and quite strong. The music for Mizuki is really, really nice. I'm very excited to play the integrated strategies about them and learn more about them. Because obviously I don't know a lot. But at the moment, I would say I would probably put this character in A rank. Until I know more. Yeah. Inez. What a good character. Inez is so interesting. I'm so excited to find out more. And because they are really good. I love their determination. They are a really interesting character with the tidbits that I've seen about them and with the sort of, you know, historical story that we played that had W in and Hodera, and I also do sort of ship Inez with Hodera, and I'm not sorry about it. It's just, oh, it is so good. So, oh man. And Inez, actually, oh no, their design's pretty great. Oh no, they're going S rank, 100%. No, I really like them. The last one that I'm gonna go over today is W. This is gonna be a tough one. So I'm gonna be honest. W as a character, I like them. They're very unhinged. They're interesting. I like the fact that there is this kind of morally grey side to them, and that we have seen these different variations in things that they care about, in things that they like. They are very mysterious, and I do like them for that. I like some of their skins more, I think. The initial character design to the one that's like in this picture is not my favourite. I don't really like it that much. It's just not a fave of mine. Personally, I actually prefer their skins. However, this character is actually really fun to use. So I would probably put this character, because they are a really good character. Like, they're really fun, and I actually want to see more of them. But their design's not my favourite. I'm going to put them in A. I would put them in S if I liked the actual outfit design more, but I think for that I am gonna kind of put them in A, because I also don't have them and I don't use them that often. So yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna leave it for today with this tier list. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me what you think about my tier list, and if there's the characters that you want to sort of try and change my mind about, please do leave me down a comment down below. I will be doing a part 2 because there are a lot of characters that I've not gone over yet. So yeah, if there's any characters you want me to add to that, please let me know. Thank you very, very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Plenty more content on this channel, and I do stream Arknights on here as well. So if you want to come and say hi sometime, that would be very much appreciated. There is a Discord, I have Twitter, so if you want to catch me on the socials, it's all in the description below. And I'll catch you guys very, very soon. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!